Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So in last episode, we made a big trade sending Sven Steen to the Detroit Red Wings, who actually made the playoffs and are in the first round. Also, we did make the playoffs, and we are facing the Pittsburgh Penguins. Their roster is kind of weak in terms of defense, but they have a good 1-2 punch in net. I'll show you guys the lines again, just in case you don't remember, even though it's been probably a couple days. So as you can see, their forward core really strong for the most part. They do have our former player Julian Gauthier, and then defensively they're really weak on the top four, and their top six is really weak as well. Goaltending wise, like I said, is a solid 1-2 punch, and then they don't have really good depth guys. So if we injure one of the players, they might have to throw a 72 into the lineup. So that is that. Other than that, I will also show you guys quickly. I want to show you guys quickly Sven Steen's stats from the regular season with Detroit, just so you guys can see what he's done. His potential actually did drop though from the franchise to elite. It might go down to start, like a starter or something soon, because he is close to like capping off. So as you can see, there is Steen, and then his stats were not too bad. 38, 20, and 4. with 7 shutouts, a 912 save percentage, and 2.55 goals against per game. So he didn't have a good save percentage and goals against, but he got wins and he got a couple shutouts as well, like more shutouts than Ulanov did. So I think it was a good trade for both teams, just because the fact that we got a lot of good picks for maybe the future. Maybe if for some reason we fall into like rebuild, then we could get some maybe good steals with those Detroit picks. So we got back, 3 firsts and 2 seconds. We also threw in a 7th to make the deal go through. So anyways, game number 1 against the Pittsburgh Penguins at home ice at the PNC Arena. Let's see if we could take a 1-0 series lead. I'm sorry if you hear a car alarm in the background. It's pretty annoying. There we go. Okay, anyways, first period, and it is 2-2. So Isbister opens the scoring. Henriksen ties it up, and then Isbister takes the lead again, but Corrado will answer back late for us with 33 seconds left to go. Shots are 15-11 in favor of us. Second period, and it's now 5-2. So Matt Murray not having a great game. Korea, Corrado, and Godfrey get goals here in the second. Roaching them only by 4 shots, but we lead by 3 goals. Let's see if we could just lock this down here in the third. It's been a pretty offensive game so far for both clubs. Well, actually for us more likely, just because we scored 3 goals last period. Power play for Pittsburgh, and why is it a 4-time simulation? God damn it, sorry about that, guys. And I don't score in the last 10 minutes here of the third period. I'm liking this performance so far. We played great defensively. Well, maybe not. Chubasov makes it 5-3. We played solid defensively, and we scored a lot of goals. So hopefully that continues. Oh yeah, I meant to change up our penalty kill lines because they were struggling all season long, but I'm going to keep it the same since we just got a win. So Henriksen from Godfrey and Grantham, Corrado from Ward and Rathje, Korea from Ward and Orr, Corrado from Arvidsson, and Godfrey from Fritz and Playfair. 3 stars of the game: Corrado, Isbister, and Henriksen. Okay, so let's get into game number 2, because that was a solid performance. Hopefully we can play better defensively in game number 2, because 3 goals against is not necessarily something you want to do. So game number 2. Can we take a 2-0 series lead headed back to the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh? And first period, and it's 1-0 us. Stephen Malone with an early goal, scoring only 57 seconds in. And we have a 1-0 lead, but they are out shooting us 11-9. Second period, and it is 4-1. So Whitmore makes it 2-0, but then Eager is going to pull them within 1. But Nikas and Fritz have given us a 4-1 lead going into the third. So yet again, we're able to score 4 goals. So we might be a better offensive team than I thought. Malone makes it 5-1. Because like the last couple of years, we've been a really good defensive team. But this year, we were one of the top power play teams in the league. And we've gotten 5 goals in back-to-back games. Penalty kill. It's a long penalty kill. And we kill it off. Nicely done, guys. And we are going to win 5-2 in game 2. And we've now outscored the Penguins 10-5 in the first 2 games. So Malone from Spiller and Nicasse, Whitmore from Corrado and Grantham, Nicasse from Spiller and Malone, Fritz from Poye and Malone, and Malone from Hannafin and Ward. So Malone with 4 points, I think, that game. Yeah, Malone with 2 goals, 2 assists, Ulnov with 30 saves, and Eager with 2 goals gets third star. So Malone playing great. Hopefully he can continue that all playoffs. Like, he did really good during the regular season. He was our leading point man. So maybe he's going to get a lot of statistical growth during the offseason. So we're up 2-0. We're back now in Pittsburgh. Let's see if we could take some of their games on their ice as well to like help increase the series lead. So first period, and it is 1-0 Pittsburgh, and it's 76 overall. Thomas Chabot beating Ulnov. Shots are 11-10 in favor of Pittsburgh. Second period, and we have tied it up. And look who it is. It's Stephen Malone again. Wow. Yeah, Stephen Malone is finding the back of the net easily. Shots are 23-18 in favor of Pittsburgh. Let's start up the third. See if we could get that lead. Get that all-important second goal. Penalty kill, and we killed off. Nicely done, guys. So the penalty kill is playing a lot better than it did actually during the regular season, it seems like, at this stage. Are we going to overtime here in game number 3? Yes, we are. So Matt Murray has a bit of a rebound of a game for sure, only allowing 1 goal throughout a total of 60 minutes. Let's see who gets it done here in OT. Come on, boys. Let's get that OT winner. We have the experience. Pittsburgh doesn't really, I don't think. We're almost halfway through this first overtime period, and the shots are like in Pittsburgh's favor by almost 10 shots. Are we going to a second OT period? Penalty kill, come on, you got to kill that off. And we do, and we are going to double OT. Shots are 43-32 in favor of Pittsburgh, but it's still a 1-1 game. Come on, boys, let's get that goal, and we do. And it's, oh my god, Stephen Malone again. And we win 2-1 and have taken a commanding 3-0 series lead. And a nice 42 save performance from Ulnov. So Malone with both goals. His first one was from Poye and Spiller. His second one was from Hannafin. 3 stars of the game: Ulnov, Malone, and Matt Murray. So damn, what a good game defensively, and Malone just continues to put the puck in the net when we need him to. So we have a chance to sweep the Pittsburgh Penguins on their home ice. Can we do that? I don't think we've swept a series in quite a long time, because most of our series, like last year, went to like 6 or 7 games. So let's see, can we sweep the Penguins? First period, and it's 1-0 us, and it's Martin Nicasse. Shots are 8-8 apiece, but we got the lead. Second period, and wow, okay, Pittsburgh bounces back with 2 goals in the second. Nail Yakupov and Isbister score. Shots are in our favor, 21-14, but it's not been a solid performance really from Ulnov. Let's see if we could tie the game up here early in this third period, maybe drag it out to an overtime, just like last game. Penalty kill, and they don't score. Power play for us, we don't score. And power play for them, they don't score. So both teams' power plays are struggling a bit. And last 5 minutes of the third period here, can we get somebody to tie it up, please? And we are not going to get it done, so we are going to a game 5, which is fine because now we're going to be back on home ice where we've dominated so far. So the only goal from us is Nicasse from Orr in Korea, so that third line getting us that only goal. So for some strange reason, Malone doesn't put up points that game like he did in the last 2 games. Hopefully he could come through here in game number 5 on home ice. Let's see if we could get this series ended. So first period underway. Let's see what happens, and it's 1-0 us after 1. Korea opens the scoring, but we are outshooting them 11-6 as well, so we definitely probably had the time on attack advantage. Second period, and it's 2-0 us. Marcel Poye. And this series might be over if we could just hold on to this win. There you go. Korea gets his second in the night, and it's 3-0. Korea gets a hat trick. Wow, the youngster with a hat trick in game number 5. That is amazing. Power play. So we have scored almost 5 goals in three of the 4 wins that we've had. So when we score a lot of goals, we win games, which is kind of a bold statement, but. And we win 4-0, and we're off to the second round with a nice commanding 4-1 series win. So as you can see, Korea with a hat trick. His first one was from Oren Arvidsson. Then Poya got one from Malone and Fritz. Korea got one again from Oren Nakas. And Korea from Spiller and Orr. So Korea's got 4 goals in 5 games. He gets first star, Ulnov the second star, and Orr with 3 assists gets third star. Okay, so now let's see our player stats for that first round, and then we'll see who we're up against in the second round of the playoffs. Hopefully it's not the Flyers, because I hate the Flyers a lot. And let's just quickly check who's leading in each series. And it might be the Flyers because they won their series, and Detroit is on to the next round, damn it. So we might end up having to play Detroit or the Flyers or somebody else, which would not be good because obviously, like, the Flyers, like I said, they're our rival. And then what is it? Detroit now has Sven. So Malone with 7 points in 5 games. He's definitely continuing on that success from the season. And in Korea, 5 points in 5 games. Same with Orr, 5 points. Yeah, we got a lot of point production, and everybody's like really good in plus minus. It seems like we got only 2 minus players so far, which is Rathje and Playfair. And in terms of goaltending, Ulnov has been great, 4-1 with a .950 save percentage and a 1.5 goals against average. So hopefully that continues into round number 2, whoever we're going up against. If we go up against the Flyers, I feel like it's going to be a good defensive battle just because Carter Hart has been really good defensively, or a really good goaltender, I should say. And Ulnov obviously has as well, so it could be a pretty good matchup if that happens. Yeah, if we play Detroit, Detroit's a pretty good offensive powerhouse when I looked at their roster. So, yeah, I don't know who we're going to go up against though. Wow, this is going so slow. It looks like we should find out after this game. Or after this game, we might... Toronto's playing the Rangers during Game 7. I don't know if we're going to face them. So, scouting assignment, let's scout the United States. Sure, why not? Since I'm recording this on July the 4th. Okay, and we should be finding out soon. There you go. Who are we facing in the second round? It is going to be the Toronto Maple Leafs who defeat the Rangers. So Philly's going to have to face Detroit. Interesting. Dallas playing Chicago. Damn, Dallas is still playing great. And then Edmonton and San Jose. So let's take a look at what Toronto's lines look like. I'd assume they probably are similar to what they were when we played them last, like Matthews and whatnot, but who knows. So no, they don't have Austin Matthews, and that's kind of interesting, but their offensive core looks really deep. Nobody below an 80, but like mostly everybody's like an 82 plus. So Fabry, Spalling, and Marner, really nice first line. Second line, you got Lafreniere with William Karlsson and Alex Tuck, 2 former Vegas Golden Knights. And you got Frederick Edler, Jesus Delmore, or Jesus Delmore, I don't know how it's pronounced. Cedric Arnett, Jason Robertson, Charles Houdon, and wow, Kasperi Kapanen went back there. He's one of our former players. We traded for him from Toronto, and then I guess Toronto brought him back. That's interesting. Defensively, they're really good actually on their top 4, but you know what? They're actually really good defensively in general. So you got Knight in Riley, Lewis in Liljegren, and then Morita is really good too. But Zaitsev is a little weak. Goaltending wise, yeah, that's where their problem is. Kostopoulos 82 overall, and Frederick Anderson down to a 79. Scratch, they have Derek Stepan, Seth Griffith, and Logan Brown, who is another former player of ours, but he's not getting ice time. Damn. So that's where Logan Brown went, but they're not playing him on the lineup, which is kind of a weird thing. I would rather play him there instead of Robertson or something. So yeah, that is the lines for Toronto, and that is going to do it for this episode of our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So next episode, we will take on the Toronto Maple Leafs in the second round of playoffs and see if we could get to that conference final. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.